Well, we talked about the game last week at Hurstville. 9 sixes and 19 fours, 165 not out. And this was some of the magic.
Just hitting straight through the line here. David Warner, some outstanding shots. Not the biggest of ground here at Hurstville, but he cleared the pickets 9 times. Some of those shots just with ease.
And that one's flown over the top of the slips. It'll be a couple of bounces and first boundary for the Blues.
Not quite where he wanted to go. The result he desired. Not holding back here, David Warner. He's looking to hit this short over mid-wicket. Gets a top edge. Flies down to the third man boundary for 4.
This is where Jeeves and Hilfenhaus will have to get the length right. They don't want to be too short. Might have to put up with a couple of flying over the slips, but get the length right, get it up there. And a good chance of getting it. If they start to drag it down, then it'll just fly over the slips and fly over square leg.
Absolutely, BJ. I think he's shown a liking that he wants to hit through the line and over the top as well. So let's just see if he can hit it. Make the batsman try to go into the wind. See if the Tigers can't get him to mistime one and catch him at mid-off or mid-on.
That's a good length. It's just the line. And Dave Warner picking it off.
Yes, yes.
And in the end, pretty easy 3.
Yeah. Hitting out as long as it gets to the boundary.
Oh, no, go again. Superb shot. Boundary heaven here at the moment for the Blues. Warner picking up his second boundary. Good to see these young left-handers going after him, Div.
Jeeves, Fulham wide here, and Warner absolutely throws the kitchen sink at this. He's not holding back. Great effort. Backward point there, but that was in vain.
Looks like they're just thriving off each other, aren't they? 36 runs off 31 balls. And he gets some width again, and he gets away with it. Jeeves has got to attack the stumps. Really went after him, but he's fantastic with the way he changes his pace and his flight. And gets a bit short first ball, and he's going to pay for that. So 4 runs off Doherty's first ball.
The Blues just continuing on their merry way here. Xavier Doherty just dragging this one down a little bit. Warner waiting back, putting that one away. Inside this power play, only 2 fielders allowed outside the circle.
And they're both on the leg side, so Doherty will probably try and dart the ball into the left-hander. So the opportunities are to hit over mid-wicket, or if it's short, to pull there. But if he gets outside off stump, they can really hit through the line. Over cover, over mid-off. Ooh, playing a miss. That offside boundary's alluring to Warner.
I think that's why Bailey's brought him on here. Both batters are looking for boundaries here. He just thinks that Xavier Doherty might get a breakthrough here.
And he's got that one through again. That's a cracking shot from Warner. So he's hitting them all around the park. His second 4 for the over.
Great shot here from Warner. Used his feet really well here. Used depth in the crease, got right back. It's just allowed him to hit through the line and hit through that offside field.
And when there's not a lot of turn, it's good batting, isn't it? And now Doherty might throw. And Warner goes again all the way. Incredible shot. Fantastic stuff from Warner. He's going to keep going.
He's not too worried that they've just lost the wicket. David Warner is just going to clear his front leg and clear the pickets.
Ten sixes now in this competition. He's only batted 4 times.
We hit 9 last week.
So that's his next one. Oh, and he's gone again, and that's gone miles. Fantastic batting. Drop catch on the hill. And he's a Hawk fan as well. Oh, we normally snaffle everything.
That's number 11 to Warner. What a fantastic shot. Short from Jeeves this time. Warner just dispatches it, sits it up on top of the hill.
This is exhilarating stuff, Diva. It's fantastic to see a young fella going after him, and he'll pick up some more runs there. 4. So it's not all about hitting over the top. So end of an expensive over, 20 off, 1 for 68. Wow, what an over there. We had a wicket, we've had 2 sixes and a boundary.
That's just a class shot. That's just a flick of the wrist. We saw his first 2 sixes were absolute, just brutal strength. This time he just sat back, flicked the wrist, and the ball raced to the boundary.
Brett Jeeves getting tested. Played for Australia a couple of months ago and has been so impressive in the Ford Ranger Cup and the Sheffield Shield. Well, he's getting set upon here. And Warner only a week ago. Just watch the back leg of Phillip Hughes there, going towards square leg, and then he has to fall across the crease because otherwise he'll fall over and he's lost stability.
He got used to Jeeves banging the ball into the wicket and quite short, so I don't know whether he just thought that Jeeves was going to pitch short again. He was trying to make a bit of room so he could get a cutaway.
But once you do that, it's hard to get that full plan to the front foot down the crease. You're only going across to just stabilise yourself, and then you get off balance.
He just found himself with nowhere to go.
But just to feel the ball, and he's on his way. Warner, a dot ball. That's like goal to Dave Warner at the moment.
Slower from Doherty there. Found a bit of turn in the pitch. And Warner this time couldn't find the boundary.
And he sweeps nicely. He's going to pick up a 4. So he's 50 off 25 balls. That's the 3rd quickest in the history of domestic 50-over cricket. Well played.
That's a fantastic innings from David Warner. He chanced his arm early, got away with a couple, but geez, he's hit some magnificent shots as well.
So the 2nd quickest by a New South Welshman, Don Nash, the big fast medium, got one off 24 balls against the Warriors, and he goes again. Superb shot. Another 4. It's like being on the highlights.
Exactly the same as his highlights from last week. This is an unbelievable innings. He's taken the Tigers for well over 200 in the last 2 weeks off about 130 balls.
He's got 220 off 138 balls.
This middle order here, boys.
I think he sized it.
Come on, Tyke. Taking 2 and 3 now.
Not a lot of room for error there for the bowlers.
Maybe try and get him to hit the mid-off somehow.
Doesn't seem very strong there, does he?
Yeah, he's got to work on that with his game. Don't want to get bogged down with a strike rate of 193.
Yes.
And he gets it through again. Superb timing. And another boundary for Dave Warner.
This is just a class shot from Warner. Sat back, just waited for the ball. Just tapped it on the top of its head, right in the gap. That's a magnificent shot.
Yeah, got over the ball. He controlled it all the way. And he goes again. Another flying shot. Cracking game. And he is on fire, Dave Warner.
That's just absolute brute strength here. Ilford now short. And somehow he's just swatted that over the infield, over the offside.
He's just playing in the under-12s here.
Well, he's given Brett Jeeves a touch up there. 35 from 12 balls. No one's really escaped the damage. That'll be 4 as well. That's straight in the gap, and he's done it very easily again.
Hasn't taken too many risks through this innings either. He's played good cricket shots. It's a touch short, he launches in it and pulls or cuts it. This occasion, a little bit of width there. Finds the gap over at backward point.
Yeah, he's hit a number of boundaries in that area, but it hasn't been the only area. That's just a flick of the wrist. very little effort there for maximum result. And Hilford House extremely frustrated. And nearly took his head off. That was almost a Yorker, but beautifully struck straight back down the ground.
How well to hit that. Nearly as well as the one he launched back at his non-striking partner before. Geez, everyone's in danger out there. Batsmen and the bowlers.
Well, that's an unbelievable shot. That is almost a good Yorker, and he's dug it out and smashed it straight back.
Even Bob Parry, the umpire there, I'm just too sure he's safe either. Good evasion skills though.
Well, that's 9 boundaries in his last 17 deliveries. Total of 11 boundaries all up.
Even with that, it takes some catching. Take down the bowler.
That'll be 4-2. Beautifully tucked away.
4 runs.
Once again, he didn't need to any risk at all in that shot. The ball just a little bit too straight, and use the fact that the fine leg's up to work it around the corner. He didn't even hit that all that hard either, did he?
No, very wristy. See the snap of the wrist through the ball. That's why he gets so much power. Bang, there you go. Very good shot. Well executed. Didn't try to overhit it. There's a dot ball, a rare occurrence. He got his 100 off 76 balls in the previous game. He's going to do better than that if he gets to 100.
Executing York as well. There's a man who bowled very well first thing this morning. Listening to some sort of tunes in the cans.
I reckon he's glad he's not bowling to his teammate, David Warner. He's watching some scintillating batting here. Special innings here so far. And that's an edge, and that'll be 4 as well. Not out of the middle, but it's still another boundary.
Even the miss hits are finding the boundary as well. Doesn't matter how they come. Safe shot too. I suppose if you swing hard enough, you get big enough edge, it's going to go quickly to the fence.
Well, that's there to hit to, and beautifully struck. Another boundary.
As he gets into the nervous 90s. David Warner. I'm so sure he's going to be so nervous.
Yeah, he's trembling in his boots, I think, out there. David Warner, he's absolutely creaming him.
Nothing crazy about the way he's been hitting him either. Not moving about the crease, he's just standing and delivering.
Good ball.
A false start. I think he might have changed his mind what he was going to bowl.
Plenty of options rolling around the head at the moment.
What this innings has done is brought that run rate right down. New South Wales only need 4.8 per over from here, 171. So it's really dropped the required rate. Width again, and this time he finds the man.
It's one of the few occasions he actually has found the man there. Going on and on about the way he's striking it, but I think it's something it's been exceptional. Watching the way he's batted today. Following up, of course, that 165, that the guy's in good touch, obviously.
Safe again, and it's another boundary. He's just finding the gaps at will.
4 runs and over.
And it's the end of the over. It is 1 for 125 from 15.
Very entertaining stuff so far.
Wonder if he knows. Oh, it's close. Good shout. And it's out. He's been given. Xavier Doherty gets the breakthrough, and unfortunately David Warner goes for 97, 3 short of what would have been a magical 100.
Oh, it's cruel, isn't it? Spectacular innings there by David Warner. Beautifully bowled by Xavier Doherty, beating him in the flight.
And not out. That is not hitting the stumps. That is missing leg stump. So that is a big decision in the context of this game. And David Warner got to count himself unlucky there, but he has to go. And that is a super innings that comes to an end. He's out for 97. It's 2 for 125.